All right, what do you see here is a 42-inch Westinghouse Casanova Supreme ceiling fan. I also want to mention Happy National Ceiling Fan Day. Now, you can tell this fan has a oak and a walnut top. You can see this fan has a option with and without a light kit. I chose the without because there's a lot of lighting in the basement. This fan is a 3-speed electrical reversible and it's in polished brass. Now, here are the pull chains for the light, which is obviously not really working. And then we have the fan. Now we're going to start the fan on low speed. This fan was back in 2009. Now this one is a little bit different. And there is some humming onto the fan. I don't know if you could really hear that. But if you can, then yeah. The bearings are also stiff on this. I think I should let this run overnight and see how it plays out. But yeah, this fan is a good fan. I do like it down here too, because the polished brass I think really complements the basement a little bit, and especially with the oak side as well. But obviously you can see the Westinghouse logo, and like I mentioned, this fan was dated back in 2009. Yeah, I don't really have that much knowledge on this fan because there are different versions of this, so I don't want to say too much about it, or I don't really know too much about it, but there are different versions. There's an antique, a white finish, and obviously you see here the polished brass finish. Now I do like these pull chains a lot because these pull chains are kind of significant too. But now you see this fan on medium. And this fan does hold up well. There's really no wobble. Obviously you can see. Like I mentioned, the spin down might be a little bit quicker because, like I mentioned, the bearings are stiff. When I first got it out the box, I didn't have time to run it overnight and really do much with it. And I just noticed that the flush mount is pretty huge too. It's pretty big. But now we're gonna turn it to high speed. Another thing I want to mention about this fan is that it's really quiet. The airflow on this fan is actually really good too. If you could hear, you can hear that it's kind of moving the papers all around the floor. Really good air mover. But since it's really stiff, I don't really want to have this fan running on medium all night. You can really see this fan is doing a really good job on high speed. I think this one is a little bit slightly better than a Celeste. I think this one has a better motor. And I think this fan runs flawlessly on high speed. I mean, it just flies through. Especially if you're like more under the fan, you can really feel that air going through. But this fan does blow quite amount of air, and I am pretty much impressed with it. But yeah, this fan is actually really good on high speed. It's also really quiet too. So I can say that part about the fan is also really quiet. This is my first Westinghouse fan. I am gonna plan to get more in the future, but that'll be in the future. Overall though, high speed is actually really nice. Good airflow and no problems. Not wobbling or anything, so this fan is actually a great fan. The pull chain noise is also satisfying. So let's hear this airflow. But it does hum a lot on low speed. But now we're gonna do spin down. Spin down, like I mentioned, is gonna be pretty quick because the bearings are stiff. And hopefully when I run this fan overnight that the bearings will loosen up, because as you can see, this fan, it doesn't take a while for it to stop. It's actually really quick, you see. So this fan doesn't really take long to spin down. So, and there is a reverse option. But yeah, this fan takes a while. This fan doesn't really take a while to spin down. The spin down is pretty quick, very quick actually. Like if I spin this back up on high speed, there's gonna be a big probability that this fan is gonna go right back to straight back to like normal. I'm gonna put this back and forward here. There we go. You can see though that this fan it is quick to spin down, very fast. It doesn't really take its time like the Celeste and the Mainstays. Like I mentioned, it's probably something wrong with the bearings or with this motor here, but hopefully when I have it run overnight, it will be just as fine. But yeah, happy National Ceiling Fan Day. And this is the 42-inch Westinghouse Casanova Supreme ceiling fan. Definitely worth its price for sure. Like I mentioned, in 2009. But great fan. Overall, I am proud of it.